Hey guys, Chris, the Thrift Shop Hustler here. Gonna talk about wrestling WWF VHS tapes from the 80s and the 90s on this episode of Know Your Stuff. So once again, thanks everyone. I'm Chris, the Thrift Shop Hustler. Been reselling for almost 30 years on eBay, Etsy, Amazon FBA, you name it. I've tried to sell it there. Garage sales, flea markets. That's where I started off with, was at swap meets selling baseball cards. So that's who I am. Let's get into this. A subject that some of you might not know about is VHS tapes. We're going to do another video on VHS tapes because there's some pretty good money in that stuff, but I wanted to actually get a little specific here on VHS stuff, in that we're going to talk about wrestling VHS tapes on this episode of Know Your Stuff. Some of you might not be familiar with this kind of stuff. Wrestling was super popular in the late 80s and early 90s, and I guess one could say it's still popular today. It's a billion-dollar industry, the WWE, WWF, which it used to be called, till the World Wildlife Foundation actually took Vince McMahon to court to remove the WWF. So those that might not know a little history about that, you might have remembered WWF, World Wrestling Federation, in the 80s, and then if you've seen it now, you're like, why is it World Wrestling Entertainment? That's what happened. The World Wildlife Foundation, which is the logo is their panda. They took them to court for rights, and they had to change it. So that's what that is. So anyways, let's get into this. What am I talking about? I'm giving you a little bit of history on stuff. What am I doing? So anyways, VHS tapes. A lot of this stuff goes for super cheap at garage sales and thrift stores. So I want to do this video because you guys might not know this. Some of these go for hundreds of dollars. You heard that right. Hundreds of dollars. So we're going to go through that right now. The wrestling VHS tapes. Now, at the time, there was two different brands. There's actually was multiple brands, but the two popular ones were WWF and WCW. Look at this Survivor Series, 1997. $700. This one is factory sealed. So that's another thing. You want to look out for factory sealed stuff. And like I said, you can scan them usually. And if you scan them into Amazon, you scan them onto eBay, if they have a barcode on them, you can see what the prices are, different things. But also just do your research when you're looking at VHS wrestling tapes, because not all of them are going to be worth a lot of money. But there is a select few that are worth literally hundreds of dollars. And that's why I mainly want to make this video, is to kind of like shed a little bit of light on this. You might have passed these wrestling VHSs up at garage sales. I find a lot of these at garage sales, and you can actually source these for pretty cheap because people pretty much don't know what these are worth. Look at this one. This one's a WCW Clash of the Champions. This one went for $169.99. This was a loose one. This one's not even sealed or anything. Another WCW. I know that a lot of WCW, like Halloween Havocs, go for a pretty good amount of money. And I wanted to actually see, there was one video that goes for like $300 that I think it might be actually, if I do WWF. I think it was WWF. No, I think it was WCW. Yes, this one. This is the one I want to show you guys. This is out there. I've heard of stories before over the years of people finding this one. Look, okay, so like, look at this cover. Burn this thing in your mind. Bash at the Beach. July 9th, 2000. It's got Hollywood Hulk Hogan when he moved over to WCW. And I forget who this other guy named. I think that's Booker T. Look at this. Memorize this. Burn this in your memory, because people are finding these still. This one goes for roughly between $300 and $400 opened. Actually, this one's actually a sealed one, it looks like. Is it sealed? Oh, it was resealed. Oh, that's kind of messed up. Well, anyways, this went for, see here, I don't think it went for $450. Oh, it did went for $450. Look for this. People still find these. If you can buy a lot of them, look at this lot of them. This one was like a specific to Sid Vicious. As you can see, this was someone that probably bundled this together. Another pro tip is, if you can just start buying these, even if they're not super high valued, and if you just start buying these and put them away and then sort them, by like, you know, wrestler specific and watch, you can still get a good amount of money for them. But that Bash at the Beach, that's the main reason why I made this video today, is because I definitely wanted to show you guys this one. And it's rare. I mean, you're not going to find it everywhere, but it's out there. And another reason why I wanted to make this video was to like let you guys know that wrestling DVDs, they still go for a good amount of money, especially if they're sealed. Look at this Slim Jim, Halloween Havoc. Also Halloween Havoc, look out for that kind of stuff. I mean, look at these. Even like the DVDs still go for a good amount of money. We got a 2001. This one went for 150. This Lumberjacks went for 119. This American Bash WCW. A lot of the WCW ones were kind of like rarer because it was kind of like had the same popularity in the 90s, but in the 80s WWF was king. And look at this one. So this one went for $100, and as you can see, it's you know, like even the case is in pretty bad condition. It still went for a good amount of money. So like I said, oh, how funny. Check this out. Let's see if there's actually a better picture of this. It's got the old rental videos. See, back in the day before they were streaming, you had to go out and rent your VHSs. And this one said they're going to charge you 50 cents. The little sticker says they're going to charge you 50 cents if you don't rewind. So be kind and rewind. So that's that one. So WCW is a pretty good one to find. I see the older Sting ones. This one went for 100. This one went for 100. I mean, look at this one. This one, I think like the sun like even washed out the color on this one, and it still went for good money. 1985. Well, that's probably why. Even like damaged ones. Another thing you kind of want to look out for is you want to make sure that the tapes aren't broken. For those that aren't familiar with VHSs, for those that are younger that are like, what the hell is this? It was kind of like a cassette tape you put into a VCR, and it ran a tape along the top here. So you want to kind of open that top up to make sure that it's not snapped or broken, because it's pretty much worthless. Someone might actually buy it, one of these expensive ones that are broken. Also look inside these little windows. As you can see, this one's rewound. As you can see, there's no black tape right here, which means it's either fast forwarded all the way or rewound all the way. And you want to look inside here to make sure that there's no like crazy gunk or kind of dust or dirt, or the tape is actually looking like it's all in there, all stacked nicely. Because if there's kind of any damage inside there and you can see it, like someone maybe crinkled up the tape and you can see it inside there, it's also one thing. I mean, one of the number one things is, I know most people don't have VHSs or VCRs in their houses. If you are serious about reselling and you want to do this full time, I definitely suggest buying a VCR. If you don't have a VCR, you can still find those for literally $1, $2, $5 at Goodwill on their dollar days. I know my Goodwill has electronic days, and you can literally get all electronics that are there for $1. So you can still pick up these machines, because you want to test these out to make sure they play. You know, put it in, make sure the audio is working. You know, fast forward it all the way and make sure there's nothing wrong, and kind of spot check all through the. You can do like 3 spot checks: the beginning, the middle, and the end, and to make sure the audio's working. And so definitely that is a tip for the condition stuff. And like I said, a lot of these still go for a good amount of money, and you can find these at garage sales. I know I find these at garage sales all the time. I haven't bought any in a few years, because I haven't been like garage selling like super like a lot, so I haven't really seen a lot of these around. But these are definitely around. I mean, look at this. Someone even purchased something that was recorded, like an older recording. And I don't think this is actually legit on eBay. I don't think you can actually sell this, but this sold for $62. It looked like someone recorded something straight off a TV. I don't suggest that. I definitely don't suggest that. I probably shouldn't have even looked at that. So also check with eBay about their things. It's pretty much like a bootleg, and that's definitely, you don't want to ruin your account. But look at this. I mean, there's a lot of these that still go for between $40 and $60. There's still a lot of them. You can find these WrestleMania box sets and stuff. Like, let's take a look at this actually real quick. This one for $54.99, and it was a buy it now. And so actually, here's a little pro tip too. Search lots, because sometimes people sell a lot and you might find that $100-$200 video inside this lot. And if you can get it with a buy it now for $54, you scored. But someone could have easily taken this lot. Okay, so they bought this lot. It looks like some of these are signed too. That's actually crazy. Anyways, you can buy something like this and then sell them individually. These do very well on Amazon. And the thing about VHS is I'm 99% sure that it's ungated for everyone, VHS. So it's something that you could source and you could put on Amazon. Like DVDs and Blu-rays are gated for most of us who have newer accounts. So look out for that. So actually look into buying lots of these and then splitting them up. You can actually, like if I took this for $54.99, I can probably make about $50 to $75 on this at the very end. Because you can easily sell these for $10 to $15 each all day. So the VHS is definitely something to look for. And WCW is definitely something to look for too. So just to reiterate, and the main reason why I made this video was this video. Because if you can find this, like I said, it goes between $300 and $400 loose, like not sealed. I've seen these go for as high as like $1,200 to $1,400 sealed in the past. So also look for that. Do your research though. Make sure that it's not resealed, because this one looks like someone resealed this. As you can see, there's like it's just shoddy. The sealing, or usually they have like a sticker or something on it. So definitely look out for this one. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Click the like button if you learned something. Leave a comment below if you have wrestling VHSs and you're like, wow, I never thought about that. Click the subscribe button if you want to see more of this type of informational videos. And click the bell if you want notifications. We'll send you an email, let you know that, hey, I've uploaded another video for you guys to check out. And I really appreciate all your guys' support. We just reached 1,000 subscribers, and I really appreciate that. So I'm going to burn this image into your mind. You want to look for this one. This one is the one, I'm telling you. So everyone have a good one.